Hey peeps, number 2 pencil here. I had a day off today, kind of unexpectedly, so I thought I would do kind of a gear video for you guys. Almost 2/3 of the way through the trail, so I thought I'd go through my gear. I get a lot of questions about this all the time, kind of show you what's been working, what I've had since Springer, what I've just got, what I've changed, what may be missing for now in the summer that may come back, that sort of thing. So I'll do it as fast as I can, but I want to kind of show you guys everything, and I have my pack already packed today, so it kind of worked out good. First of all, my trekking poles, Black Diamond Ergo with the cork handles. They have been phenomenal, no problems. As you can see, they're holding up really well. I've got a little bit of purple duct tape here just for an emergency. I've only used like just a little bit of it for a bounce box to basically close the box one time. So other than that, I've not used it. Some people use duct tape like on their skin and stuff for cuts, but I don't typically do that. So anyway, trekking poles have been really good. So get those out of the way. Got my pack basically packed just like I normally would. In my right hip belt pocket, I have my bug net, which y'all know I've been using a lot lately. My Cat9 Be-Free water filter, obviously very useful. It's been good. I've replaced it once. I think the Sawyer's pretty good long term as far as it lasts longer, but the Be-Free is easy and it's really great. You just probably do need to replace it. I mean, I don't know how many gallons per se or how many liters, but like I would say, if you're doing the AT, you want to replace it 2 or maybe 3 times. And I got a little bit of bug spray here, just some Repel Max D. I've only used it once, so basically my idea has been that if bugs are all over me, I will not use bug spray unless they start biting me. So just a few days ago I had to use it for the first time. So got that in that hip belt pocket. In my left hip belt pocket, this is kind of a change I made maybe about a month ago. I had been carrying my electronics bag in my pack, but I was finding that a good way to bring some of the weight forward on my pack would be to put it in the hip belt pocket, so it's not back here, and it just kind of helps, counterbalance the weight a little bit. So basically this is just my dry bag for my electronics. I've got an Anchor 10,000 charger, battery bank that I use, and also my Black Diamond Spot headlamp. It's been really good, and I can assure you that it is waterproof because I accidentally washed it in the washing machine a few days ago, and it came out working and just like nothing ever happened. So big shout to the Black Diamond Spot. It does take AAA batteries, which is kind of a pain. Typically what I'll do is if I think they're getting low, I'll go ahead and carry some extra ones, and then once I replace them, I won't carry extra batteries for a while. I'm just trying to guess on that. It's a little easier now in the summer because daylight lasts so long, so not as much night hiking. Anyway, that's that. On the front of my pack, I've got basically, most people use this as like a snot rag. I don't. This is basically a sweat rag for me. Like when I'm hiking, I can basically wipe off the sweat. So that's basically all I use that for, is just for the sweat. Garmin InReach Mini, I'm still carrying it, but honestly I never use it, especially when I'm hiking with somebody, like Anonymous right now. Special shout out to my camera lady today for helping me out on this one. But yeah, I know it's valuable in an emergency, but on day-to-day use, I've not used it that much. But I mean, I'd say 95% of the time on the AT, you have some kind of signal. So basically I just update my family, every day or two where I'm at, just let them know I'm okay. So it's not that useful, but I guess one of those things you gotta have. So that basically is all the stuff on the front of my pack. As y'all know, I'm using the ULA circuit. I've showed y'all that before. On the top, I keep my Z-pad. If y'all remember, this used to be a little bit bigger. Basically, I'm only using it as a sit pad now. It was like a full-length torso pad that I used in the winter up under my sleeping mat, so that wouldn't get holes in it or anything. Basically now it's just a sit pad, but you can ask Anonymous. I use this thing all the time. So, and I still do in my tent put it up under like the heaviest part of me while I'm sleeping, just to kind of protect that part of the pack, because I think it's the most susceptible to getting a puncture or something. So that's pretty cool. In my side pockets, basically all I keep is water. Basically 1 liter bottles, 3 or 4 different kinds. I keep different kinds, like this one will be clean water, this one will be like electrolytes, or this one will be carnations. I kind of keep them separate like that. And I carry at least 2. Lately I've been having to carry like 4 just because the water carries have been really long. So basically, yeah, they go in the side pockets, so that's pretty easy. Sometimes I'll put food, if I have a lot of snacks that day or I'm packing out town food, I may put that in there if I've only got 3 bottles. So The back pouch, I always keep a couple of these grocery bags. Basically I can put my shoes in them at night so they don't get my tent wet, or they're just handy to put dirty clothes in, that type of thing. Just very useful all the time. Let's see. There's my gaiters. I'm normally wearing those. I just don't have them on today because I'm not hiking. I'll show you the clothes I'm wearing. This is my Outdoor Research sun hoodie. This was my base layer in the winter. I always wore it up under the melee when I was hiking, so that way I could just drop the melee and still have kind of the sun hoodie when it was cooler. But it's gotten a little bit too hot to hike in it, so it's definitely my town shirt now, or my kind of emergency backup hiking shirt, that sort of thing. I've got on my hiking shorts. That's the only bottoms I'm carrying at the moment. And then ex officio underwear, I have 2 pair of those. I've got on my backup pair of Darn Tough socks at the moment and my shoes, but these Darn Toughs I don't hike in very often. They're basically my town socks. I'm looking to replace them with like a shorter quarter length pair of socks, but my feet are big. I wear a size 15, so it's been kind of hard to replace them, but that's on my list if I get to an outfitter that has them. So my fanny pack, it's made by ULA, the same people that made my backpack. It's called the Spare Tire. Very, very useful, especially like when I'm in town. I can carry all my stuff, so it's basically my wallet, my snacks, any medicines or Neosporin I might need that day. Just basically kind of my catch-all for the stuff I want to be able to get to during the day. So there's that. Back to the outer pocket. This is my Enlightened Equipment Visp rain jacket. Nothing but good things to say about it. It's been awesome. It's long, which is good. I haven't had to use it much lately because even if it rains, it's hot, so I don't really want to put it on. So it is nice though because it's long, and if I'm trying to protect the stuff in my fanny pack, like if it's just a short rain, then I can just put it on and drape it over there. So it works good for that. It's got the little thing at the top. Anyway, good rain jacket. It's only like 6 ounces. Very, very good layer. Let's see what else I got here. This is my toiletry bag. Basically all I've got in there right at the moment is wilderness wash from Sea to Summit and a whole lot of toilet paper. I know I carry a lot more toilet paper than most people, but I need a lot, and I want to make sure I have enough toilet paper. There's my AT tag and my safety pin that I use if I'm like drying something on the back of my pack. I basically hang it right there. This is my pee bottle. For us older guys, like getting in and out of the tent, especially when it's raining and at night, is quite a chore. So I do use like an old core water bottle for like a pee bottle at night. So there's only 2 kinds of people out here: the people that use a pee bottle and the people that don't. So I fall into the former. So this is my bidet bottle. I showed you guys this before. It was a berry burst, like a fruit drink is the bottle it came in, but basically I was after the smallest bottle I could find. This little portable bidet works good. You just put water in there and it's a bidet. So it also is good for like washing your hands. I almost feel like I could take a shower with it, so that's very handy. Very happy with that. These are my tent stakes. Basically groundhog minis. I've only got like 3 or 4 that I started with. I've broken a few and bent a few here and there and had to replace them. I got a couple of some other type of tent stakes I just found at a tent site the other day. So like I said, when I get back to some groundhog minis, I'll probably use those again. Oh yeah, Anonymous, by the way, found those 2 extra. So shout out to her. Sanitizer, I'm not real happy with this. I thought I would like the spray. And I bought this the other day, but I'm going to change it, put one back on my pack that'll hang. Target's about a mile from here, and they have the best, smallest one that hangs off your pack, so I may be trekking over there later to get that. That's everything in the big mesh pocket. The big mesh pocket can hold a lot of stuff, so this is where my tent goes if it's wet, or anything I got that's wet can go back here, so that works pretty good. So going down into the pack, let's see what we got. All right, first of all, my tent, Z-Pack's Duplex L. This works really good. The Duplex L is a little different than the Duplex because it's got these rods that kind of pull the head and the foot space out. So I like it pretty good. This works well. It does get a lot of condensation, but that's just the nature of having a lightweight tent. It's only 1 pound, and I use my trekking poles to hold it up. So I like it. I like the Duplex L so far. Pretty good. toiletry bag. This is kind of big and I got a lot of stuff in it, maybe a couple of extra things that I wouldn't normally carry, but I keep my medicine. I'll show you what I keep my medicine in, just because I take a few different things. This is kind of bulky, but it's so much easier to get to my meds rather than trying to pull them out of little Ziplocs individually. So like my vitamins and things like that. So I keep all that in here. Toothbrush, I do use deodorant. I told y'all that before. I tested like a week without deodorant. I just decided I was going to be a deodorant carrier. This is the CVS generic of the Voltaren gel. I use that for my shoulder. It's kind of big, but I need a lot of it right now because my shoulder's been struggling. Anti-monkey butt powder. Finally found some of that. I had to order it off Amazon, and I got it at the last town, so that's good. A couple of wipes, toothpaste. I did keep this cloth bandage tape for my toes. It's kind of good for anything. It's kind of self-sticking and soft, so that works really good. I've got some Aquaphor if I get any dry skin. Chapstick, which honestly, it's my favorite chapstick, Nivea, but I've not needed it because it's been so hot and humid lately, but I'm still carrying that for sun protection mainly. And there's my Aviar discus. Y'all heard me talk about that before. And of course, Neosporin. Some people don't carry a whole tube of it. I need a whole tube of it. So anyway, that's my toiletry bag. That usually stays right on top, so I can get to it pretty easily. All right, here's my food bag. I won't go into this. I know we showed you food the other day that we were carrying out, but I will show you one change that I just made. Because I know I've been going stoveless. So since I'm not doing backpacking meals as much anymore, more or less eating cold soaks out of a Ziploc, I got this like cheap little like 99-cent spoon at Walmart in the sporting goods section and the camping section. And it's worked really good. What I like about it is I can actually eat more food. The little fancy metal Sea to Summit spoon I had was nice, but it was like really small as far as the amount of food I could put there. So more or less I can eat more faster with this. So it's a big boy problem, I guess. So I do have that. And like I said, my food bag's here. I keep an odor-proof sack in my food bag. And then I got Ziplocs, small ones on one side and big ones on the other side. So that works pretty well. The food bag itself is also by ULA that made my backpack. So it's been good. I got white because like everybody has blue, and you want to try to keep yours, kind of different, so it's easy to spot, like in a bear vault or whatever, or in the bear box. But I do kind of regret getting white because it's kind of nasty, as you can see. So I've tried to clean it, but it is what it is. All right, then here we go. Now I'm into my liner, which is basically just a compactor bag. This is where I keep all the stuff that I don't want to get wet during the daytime. I had a pack cover at one time, but my friend Anonymous told me to send it home. It was not necessary, and I can't say that I've missed it. It's been good. So here is my clothes bag. First of all, I'll show you. This is the new hiking shirt. I hiked in a couple days ago. You guys saw it. I'm trying it out. I'm not sure about it yet. It's like a Columbia Silver Ridge. It's just hard to find a good hiking shirt that's cool, breathable, moisture wicking, comfortable, and all the things. But so it's still on the table. Still giving it a shot. This is the black cool shirt. I think it's probably the best hiking shirt I've got. It tends to not get moisture because it has holes in it. It's kind of like a jersey material, like a football jersey. So it basically the moisture evaporates through it. I do like it. It's kind of short for me, and it really needs to be long for your backpack to be able to cinch around it. So anyway, but like I said, it does smell a bit like a football jersey after I've worn it a few days. So, but again, it's not a bad hiking shirt. Here's my third hiking shirt. This is like a smart wool made by -33. Y'all seen me wear this before. What's different now is I just cut the sleeves out of it. We've got like mid-90s coming up the next few days. So I'm just trying to get cool as best I can. So I'm going to try this just with the sleeves cut out. It gets kind of dingy. I don't love the color just because it always kind of looks kind of dirty and nasty. I don't really like that. But it's a pretty good hiking shirt. The moisture wicks well into it, but the shirt kind of holds the moisture, which is not bad. It's very comfortable though. It's super soft. So it's also in the running. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but here's my Hygiene and my hiking socks that I wear every day. These are Ridgedale. Bridgedale socks. I tried to order another pair of them, but they're like European and it's kind of hard to order. So still looking for socks. This is my pack towel. I just bought it at a store somewhere, and I actually did cut it in half. Anonymous still thinks it's too big, but I use this basically for a towel if I'm in a shower somewhere and they don't have towels. And I also use it to wipe down the condensation on the inside of my tin. Any like towel needs. Extra pair of underwear, ex officios. They've been really good. I use the ones with the long inseam, which is good to prevent chafing like that. There's my other sock. My leg sleeves, you know, you guys have seen those when I wear those hiking. This is something else may be going away. This is my emergency washcloth. It's also helpful, like if I run into a shower with no towels or anything. Anonymous gives me a hard time about this as well, but I will like it, and I'm keeping it emergency washcloth. And let's see, one more Hygiene sock. This is where I store my clothes. This is made by, I'm not sure who this is made by. I bought this in Daleville at that little sport goods store, but it's basically, basically I put all my clothes in here, and then it's my pillow. You'll see in a second I have another pillow, but I'll explain that in a moment. Here's my Mally. I thought about bouncing it ahead because I really don't exactly need it right now. But I'm really afraid the post office will lose it. You'll know my history there. It's too important to me. It's my favorite piece of clothing, favorite piece of gear. Melon's on a hoodie. Like, it's not that useful right now, obviously, but any time that it's cold weather or near cold weather, like, it's such a crucial thing to have. And I think you got to have a warm layer in the mountains no matter what. So if I don't need it in the next couple of weeks, I'll be needing it before the end of the trail. So. And it makes like a really good pillow if you know, in this bag, like that's a full pillow in and of itself. So that's really good. This is my basically first aid, like medication bag. It's also a Cedar Summit dry bag. Basically, I'm keeping my meds in there, like my extra meds. I've got some ingrown toenail pain reliever that I've been using for my toes. I'm really struggling with one of those again, so this stuff seems to be working. You may see that in another video. I may kind of show you how it works. But yeah, just a couple of wipes, fingernail clippers, and my little Swiss Army knife. And I think that's about it in there. Oh, there's some tenacious tape that I use, like if I need to patch the tent, or really anything that needs patching. And then I've got some KT tape that I'm also using on my shoulder. Try to get it going. I mean, it's just going to be a struggle with that, but it just is what it is. So I'm going to get rid of that. Here is my sleeping pad. Y'all know Anonymous just got a new one. Mine's been great since the beginning, but I don't sleep in shelters, so that really helps a lot as far as it's always on a smooth surface. It's always in my tent. That's the only place I ever blow it up. It's never in a shelter with splinters or anything like that. So it's been really good. It's the Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite. I mean, so many people have this. It's like the long and wide. I'm like 6'4", pretty wide obviously, but it's been working well for me. I didn't like it at first, but after it got kind of broken and I started letting a little bit of air out of it, it works really well. I'm pretty happy with it now. So I like it. And this is my Cedar Summit blow-up pillow. For those that may not remember, when I started the trail, I could not sleep. I struggled so much, and then Radioactive kind of gave me a hint on something he was doing, and I slept so much better ever since. So special thanks to Radioactive. But basically what happens is I blow this pillow up, and it goes under my pad, and I use a t-shirt, like I run my extra t-shirt or sun hoodie I put over my pad, and then the pillow fits up under it, so it basically lifts my pad up at the head, like this far off the ground, and then the other pillow, the closed pillow, goes on top of the pad. I'm a side sleeper, so it just works really good for me, and that little system, I mean, it's a little extra weight with the pillows, but it has really helped me sleep much better. So, and then finally, the quilt I'm carrying right now, I just got this recently, is the, what are they called? Let me see. It's the Big Agnes Kings Canyon UL. It is basically just a really lightweight quilt. It's like 1 pound. It's probably about a 50 degree, I think. It's basically just something for summer. I've got an Enlightened Equipment 10 degree quilt that I'll probably have to get back when I get to like New Hampshire and Maine. But this is going with me for now. And I have a liner, but I just bounced it to my bounce box. So I'm gonna try to do without it for the next maybe 2 weeks or so until I get to Massachusetts. That's where my bounce box is. So. think that's everything. Let me make sure. Yeah, so anyway, that's everything I'm carrying right now. Just want to kind of go over that with you guys. I get a lot of questions about it, so if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get to it. Anonymous I looking forward to getting back on the trail here soon. Once we get our little injuries healed up, like I said, I'm dealing with a toe and my shoulder, and she's dealing with her back and a rash and just the normal stuff. So we're hiding out for some thunderstorms tomorrow, then we'll be back on the trail the following day. So stay with us, and we'll catch you down the trail. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to see all of my videos.